Okay, so what I want to look at in this lesson is how do we go about factorizing this. So in this particular question, what you've been asked to do is just to simplify these two expressions by factorizing them. So let's have a look at this. So we look at the top part first, so 2x plus 4y. So if you write this here, so 2x plus 4y. The first thing we want to do is we want to look at these two terms and we want to get what's called the highest common factor for the two terms. Highest common factor. So what we need to do is we need to look at each term individually and get the factors of each term. So if we take this guy here, so 2x, so imagine this is our 2x, and then we want to write, like, what are the factors of 2x? So factors are numbers that will divide into this, and when you multiply them by each other will give you this. Okay, so if we think about what are the factors, so you have 2 multiplied by, I'm just going to write the multiplication in red, 2 multiplied by x. Okay, so they're the factors for 2x. And then if we do the same for 4y, so what are some of the ways that we could get 4y? So let's have a look at the factors. So factors for 4y. So what are some of the ways that we can get 4y? Okay, well, we can get 4 multiplied by y. That will give me 4y. Okay, we can have 2 multiplied by 2y. Okay, so 2 multiplied by 2y will give me 4y. And that's it really. They're the factors of 4y. Now what we need to do is we need to identify what's the highest common factor out of all these factors here. So for example, 2x, 4y, 2 and y. What's the highest common factor to both of these terms? And if we have a look here, we can see that the highest common factor is 2. So 2 is common to both, and it's the biggest value that's common to both. So for example, if you take the term 2x and you take the term 4y, then the highest common factor between these two terms is the number 2. Like so. So the highest common factor is equal to 2. Now this is just for this top part here. So then what we need to do is once we've identified, so this, we'll call this step 1. Okay, so that's step 1. Identify the highest, so first of all, list out the common factors for each of the, list out the factors, should I say, for each of the terms, and then identify the highest common factor. And in this case, the highest common factor for both of these terms is the number 2. Step 2 is you want to take your expression and divide it by the highest common factor. So step 2 then, okay, we want to take this expression and divide it by the highest common factor. So we take the expression 2x plus 4y, and we divide this by the highest common factor. So we're going to divide, just do it in green here, so we're going to divide this by 2, and we're going to divide this by 2. Okay, so what does that equal to? So these two, so this is going to be equal to x plus 2y. So it looks something like that. So x plus 2y. So now what we see is we have this guy, okay, and then we have this guy. Now what you need to do is you need to, so in order to factorize this, so step 3 then is going to be, so you're going to have a bracket, okay, and inside the bracket you put this part, x plus 2y, okay, and then outside the bracket you put this part, 2. And then we can check this, so we can see, so 2 multiplied by x gives me 2x, 2 multiplied by plus 2y gives me plus 4y. So what I've done is I've taken this top part and I've factorized it using these steps. And this is it factorized. Okay, so this is going to be equal to, this top part factorized is this here. Okay, so it's going to be 2 multiplied by x plus 2y, like so. So we factorize the top part. Now what we need to do is we need to factorize the bottom part, and we go through these steps exactly the same. Okay, so let's just mark this out. So we're going to go through exactly the same steps to factorize the bottom part. So we take our expression, so step 1, and I'll just rewrite the steps out again. So step 1. So step 1, I write out my expression, which is x squared plus 2xy. Okay, that's my expression. The next thing I want to do is I want to get the factors of each term, so I can do this. Okay, so I want to get the factors of each term. So I have x squared, okay, the factors. So what it means is, so it's what term will divide into this, and then when you multiply it, will give you this. Okay, so the only factors of x squared are going to be x multiplied by x. So x multiplied by x, and I'm just going to write multiplication in red just so you can distinguish between the both. So these are the factors of x squared. So then I want to do exactly the same for this term here. So 2xy. So we have 2xy, and we want to get the factors. So what are some of the factors for this guy? So what are some of the factors for 2xy? So we think about, so the factors for 2xy are going to be, so it's going to be 2 multiplied by x multiplied by y. Okay, and I'll just do multiplication in red. So 2 multiplied by x multiplied by y. So it's 2 multiplied by x multiplied by y. The next thing I want to do is I want to look at all my factors, and I want to identify the highest common factor. And it's the highest common factor between these two terms here. So if I have a look, so I can see like what's common, so I can see x is common to both. Okay, so therefore x is the highest common factor. So the highest common factor is x, and x here. So the highest common factor is equal to x. So what we do then is we take our expression and we divide it by the highest common factor. So so this is step 2. So step 2 then, so we take our expression, which is x squared plus 2xy, and then we divide each part by the highest common factor. So we divide this by x, and we divide this by x, like so. And what's that going to be equal to? So it's going to be equal to, so x divided by x squared divided by x will just leave you with x. And then 2xy divided by x will just leave you with plus 2y. Plus 2y, like so. So that's step 2. So step 3 then, so step 3 is going to, what you do then is you take, so you write a bracket like so, and you put this factor inside the bracket, so x plus 2y, okay, and then your highest common factor goes on the outside, like so. And what you can do then is you can check this to make sure that it's right. So we see that, so we've taken this guy and we've factorized it, so we can see that x by x gives me x squared, x by plus 2y gives me plus 2xy. So then I can take this guy, so this is factorizing this bottom part. So I can write this up here. So this will be x times x plus 2y. Like so. Okay, so we've taken this top part, we've factorized it like so to get this. Okay, we've taken the bottom part, we've factorized it like so to get this guy here. So now we can see, so we have a look at these and we see, can we simplify this anymore? So what we can see is that x plus 2y will divide into x plus 2y. So then if we simplify this some more, this is just going to simplify to 2 over x. So this will divide into this. It'll go in once, and then 2 by 1 is 2, and then x by 1 is x. So it'll just simplify to 2 over x. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense, and we'll go through a few more examples of these tomorrow.